Well, hello, my lovely dishers. It is time to dish with Dee. Thank you for clicking on this video and making yourself a priority. My name's Denise. It is time to dish about healthy lifestyle and wellness. And welcome to my channel. I've just had my name tag on, so that means I was at my WW workshop. So this is Saturday. This is the weigh-in and meeting topic du jour day here on Dish with Dee. So if you like this, then don't forget to subscribe to my channel. And if you do it after I talk about it, if you enjoyed what I had to say, don't have to agree with it, you give this video a thumbs up. Leave me a comment below. Let me know what you think of the topic, how your weigh-in went this week, anything you want to share, we share here. So this week, let's go with the recipe. The recipe this week is rosemary roast chicken with potatoes. You know me well. Your girl loves her rosemary. I love rosemary. Oh, this is like, is this like a sheet pan? Oh my gosh. You know, I grew my own rosemary last year, but there is the little doodad, the QR code. I'm going to go check it, bring it to your app. It gives 1 to 5 personal points depending on what your, like the potatoes, the chicken, depending on what your 0-point foods are. But honestly, it's chicken and potatoes. I think it needs some asparagus though. So yeah, so how'd your weigh-in go, Dee? I lost, shockingly. Well, I shouldn't say shockingly. I mean, I did have a decent week. I'm not gonna lie, I had a good week. But yesterday was a fast day. Yeah, I mean, I got lucky that I got to weigh in after a fast day. So I don't really think that it was all me. You know, when you fast and eat less. Yeah. And actually, I had a light day on Thursday. Not on purpose. It was you know, I don't know what happened. I just did not get a chance to eat much. Because when you're going to church, it's like you don't want to go on a full stomach. So we kind of ate really light. I think chicken and salad on Thursday. And yesterday it was a fast day, so you have like 2 light meals and 1 not so light. Well, I shouldn't say not so light meal, but it can't be too big of a meal. So I think breakfast I had 1 egg scrambled with some peppers. For lunch I had a salad. And for dinner I had a piece of salmon with some cauliflower rice and butternut squash risotto. So yeah, wasn't a lot of food, but we'll see what happens next week. Yeah, like I said, when you have these fasting things, they kind of throw your weight off. And hey, but I like seeing that scale go down. I'm not gonna lie, I like it. So, I'll mention this after. Well, let's mention before. I did do a little shopping at the WW workshop. I got a free bag. It says, you got this. I've got this. But you know what I'm going to bring out because I've been looking for the cookies. So I got a box of the oat and chocolate chip breakfast cookies. Each pouch is, I think, 3 points. And I'm going to make a yogurt and cookie parfait. I thought that sounded really good. Now for 3 points, that could be a snack or a breakfast. But I would do a 3-point snack. And they were having, if you spent $15, you got these for free. Which, these were the protein puffs, the sriracha. I love me sriracha. So I probably would have bought them because they were on clearance because the date's going to expire in June. So I was really going to buy these anyway. So she said, you know, if you spend X amount of dollars, you get these for free. I was going to get another breakfast cookie, but that would not have brought me to 15. So I had to go to the more expensive item, the partake cookies. And these are 3 cookies for 5 points, which I didn't think was terrible. You know, they're snickerdoodle. So these are the size of those. I thought they were a decent size. You know what? What do I always say? Not everything is going to be 0 points or really low. Like, you have points. That's what you spend points on. If you're leaving points in the bank, I don't know what to tell you. You could have a 3-point or 5-point cookie. It's not tragic. Let's get to the topic of the day. How to Deal with Cravings and Emotional Eating by Nicole Sparita. Now, I don't emotional eat. So I emotionally clean. Yeah, when I'm stressed, I tend not to eat. So this is going to be a hard one. I eat for happiness. I don't know, that's an emotion, but this is going to annoy me here. I eat because I'm happy. That's why, and it tastes good. And I'm used to it. So let's see what Nicole has to say. I'm totally blank. I need to blank. Like, I'm totally stressed. I need to eat donuts. That's what the thing says. Sound familiar? Eating when you're not actually hungry is 100% normal and can be 100% changed. I will say, emotional eating is not something you can change overnight. If you have a lifetime of emotionally eating, It's going to take some practice to really get out of that, because we stress, we grab, we stress, you know what I'm saying? So it's going to be a hard one. It can be done, yeah, but I don't think it could be done overnight. It's going to take a while. See, I used to get physically sick at night, so it's kind of like, I know eating at night was easier for me. Try this. Get comfy and close your eyes. Focus on your breathing. Take a picture of an ocean with gentle waves in your mind. Notice how they rise and fall and disappear again and again. Imagine each wave as whatever is driving you to eat. Like each wave is a reason, like what's stressing you out or making you upset. It could be a stressful day at work or just generally life frustrations. Watch as each thought and feeling or the urge itself passes by you. Acknowledge and accept what you're thinking and feeling. After 2 minutes, take 3 deep breaths and come back to the present moment. So basically saying, relax, zen out, imagine the waves are your problems and they're just, crashing down, and you're trying to basically put them out of your mind. Yeah, easier said than done. I know that. It's not as easy as this, but that's a technique. And sometimes when you just stop and change what you're thinking about, like maybe doing this for 3 or 4 minutes will get the urge to like lessen a little bit. Like they always say the 5-minute rule. Like if you wait 5 minutes and if you still want it, you might not. You might get, I always say, instead of trying to stress eat, stretch, watch Netflix. Put your zone in a movie. Put your zone in a binge episode. That's what I kind of do when I really want to get away from everything. I go on something on Netflix and I just zone out. Like, why does it ever come down my nose runs? So that is my, little thing. So let's dive a little deeper. When craving or a strong emotion hits, the voice in your head is telling you to eat. Can be loud, like all encompassing, can't focus on anything else loud. The good news is it is possible to quiet that voice in a different way. When you feel the urge to use food in response to an emotion you're feeling, pause, acknowledge, and you might be causing it, and let it go. Sometimes be like saying, say your child is in distress about something. So what you go, Timmy is stressing over his finals. I know it's really stupid to say. He studied, he works hard, he knows what he's doing, he will get it. And if he doesn't, I can't change that. Eating is not going to help Timmy's grades. So you have to realize that eating is not going to change the reason that you're stressed. So yeah, sometimes talking to ourselves, posting it in the Facebook group. I say that all the time. I have a Facebook group, Dish with D's Crew. If you're feeling overwhelmed, type it out. Someone, won't always be me, or it can be, will respond. Wait for them to respond, because that group is very active. There's a lot of people there. I guarantee you will get a response quicker than you think. Wait for someone to respond. Listen to their words of encouragement and know that you're worth it. Know that you don't have to have food to fill that stress void. The food's not going to help. I mean, it's easier said to say that, but it's what we need. It's what we've used. So something we just have to take our time and do baby steps to get away from it, because you're not going to sit there and just flick a switch and be like, well, don't eat. Find something else to do. That's easy to say. It's extremely hard to do, especially if you live alone, if you don't have anybody else. That's why I say, put it out to the masses in the group. Release it. Sometimes when we release it, it becomes all of our issue, as we all can chime in and give words of encouragement. So that is what I would suggest, is find yourself a community. Dish with D is available. Links down below for Dish with D's Crew. It is a warm and welcoming, and it is very supportive. And sometimes we eat because we have no other recourse. Well, the group can be your recourse. You could journal, you could write a diary, write your feelings down. Sometimes when you expel them, it helps. Talking, for me, why I started a vlog channel, helped. Expressing my weight, expressing how I feel, expressing when I do things to you guys helps me. So maybe start a YouTube channel. Writing it down. Keep a stress vlog or a stress journal or an emotions journal. When you're feeling something, put it down. Say it out loud. Talk to the dog or your pet. I talk to Bailey all the time. He knows a lot of things. It's telling him. It just helps. It helps to say something when you hear it out loud. It's one thing to think it, but when you say it and you're hearing it back, It does help. But like I said, the group is there. Utilize it. I'm having a bad day. I want to eat my face off. I lost my job today. All I want to do is drown in a bowl of chocolate. Put it in the group. Somebody will say, it's not that bad. Well, it is bad, but you will be fine. You will get unemployment. You can look for a new job. You have great skills. Don't worry about it. So there's different techniques, and that's the technique that I find is helpful. Cravings and emotional eating, 2 types of external hunger. We are completely normal. And unless you're living in a bubble, you're likely to run into something that cues you to eat any given day. Maybe it's a place, your friend's house, cocktail or 3, a habit, TV time, late night snacking, or an emotional, stress, carbs, and carbs only. Oh, carbs. Carbs are so comforting, I know. But they want us not to turn to food. Now, if you have points, then you absolutely can have something if it fits into your budget. If you emotionally eat and you're going to eat some grapes and you have points left, eat them. If you want to eat a rice cake with peanut butter and you have points left, eat it. If you could fit it in, fit it in. And honestly, sometimes when we turn things down so much, like we talked about it today, if there's like a box of tasty cakes sitting on the counter and you know that they're there, and you could say, well, I'm just going to have some grapes. I'm just going to have a rice cake. You don't want the grapes or the rice cake. You want the friggin' tasty cake. So sometimes we have to eat it. Put it in your tracker and move on. Not every day you're going to be the get the blue dot. Some days you go over. We have weeklies. And that is the reason we have weeklies, because we need to use them some days. Some days you need to eat more. You just do. And there's nothing wrong with it. There's nothing wrong with using your points. There's nothing wrong with going into your weeklies when you need to. I wouldn't make it a daily habit, but a few days a week is not going to hurt anybody. If going into your weeklies a few days a week does that, then I'm going to quit and just give up, because I know that that's not true, because I go into my weeklies a lot and I have lost 100 pounds. So it's possible to be done. It doesn't sound, because sometimes you hear people all the time say, oh, I don't touch my weeklies. Oh, I can't know my daily points. It's too much food. How can it be too much food when you came from a day of eating probably 3,500 to 4,500 calories? It's the mindset. It's the mindset to think that too many points are bad. It's the mindset to think that food is bad. Food is not bad. We have to learn how to incorporate it. And that's what tracking is for. It's to make us mindful of how much we're eating. So it's so important to track your food, because you need to know what you're eating. And you need to know that if you're stressing out, you could fit in a protein cookie for 6 points. I got 6 points left. I'm stressing, eating a protein cookie, eating a Built Bar for 4 points. I have 4 points and I feel like I need chocolate. Why would I sit there and stress it through it when I have the points? The key to staying on track is having a way to respond to those triggers. We aren't saying this meditation is a permanent fix, but recognizing and accepting what may be driving you to eat can help you take back control and allow the urges to pass on its own. It's about controlling your urges. Controlling. Discipline, control are very key factors in a successful journey. It is. Do you get that overnight? You do not. It takes practice, and it's easier said than done. I could sit there and tell you, just walk away. Just get up and move. That's easy for me to say. I know how hard that is to do. So don't ever feel that you're weak because you ate that cookie. You're not. Don't let that cookie turn into a whole binge. That's the key. The key I want to run home to you is, you could have that one thing. It's the thing that multiplies that gets us in trouble. It's not the one cookie. It's not. We didn't gain weight eating one cookie or one tasty cake. We got gain weight because we ate a whole freaking box of tasty cakes. So don't ever forget that. Don't think that a cake or a muffin or a cupcake or a cookie is bad, because it's not. We should be allowed to eat those things. Everything is on plan. It's moderation. It's discipline. And that's something it's a muscle, my leader used to say. You definitely have to exercise it. Sometimes it's giving the power to somebody else. Say, I only want one cookie. Can you take the rest? Or don't only bring, that's why I make one mug cake, because I can't not go back. It's hard for me. But if there's nothing there, then I can't go back. So eventually you get to the fact that you don't want to go back. And that's what this is gearing you towards, when you get to maintenance, is let's hope we don't want to go back. Some days I do, some days I don't. Just depends on, I guess, my mood. I'm a moody person. So I think if I'm in a hungerish mood, or maybe I don't think it's emotion, I eat for happiness. So if I'm really happy and I'm burning a lot of calories and I'm really hungry, I may tend to eat more one day than I do the next, but keeping it in check. So that is it. So the monthly theme is internal and external hunger. So it's an interesting, I wish I had more, like I said, emotionally, I eat of happiness, but I know there's a lot of people that eat out of sadness and stress. And I think there's so many reasons why we eat. It's not just we eat because we eat. Some people, there are reasons why they're heavy. They're stressed out. They're upset. They're lonely. They're sad. We have to find ways to make them unsad, make them happy, make them proud of themselves. And I feel like a nice positive group will do that. You put that in the group, I guarantee you will get something that will make you, some comment will make you feel better. There will be the naysayers. I'm not going to lie. There's always somebody that plays the devil's advocate. And, I'm just not a person who likes devil's advocate. I mean, for the right reason. Like, the devil's advocate is good for certain circumstances, but for emotional eating and for somebody in that type of distress, it isn't, because they're not mentally ready for that. So to do that is just not going to work for people. So put it in the group, my loves. We're there. That is what it's all about. A lot of people do. There's a lot of comments, and don't ever feel ashamed. You have nothing to feel ashamed about. You're amongst friends and people who understand. No shame in that. Ain't no shame in that. Ain't no shame in why we eat or how much we eat or why we eat. I think I said that twice. All right, that is it for me today. I hope you enjoyed this week's topic du jour from the WW. I did tell you I went from mini, so my cookies. So be prepared to see a parfait. I don't have any yogurt. I do have yogurt, but it's earmarked for something. So I'm going to have to get some. I'd rather use the homemade yogurt for that, though. I need to make some. So cookie parfait. You crumble cookie, a little yogurt, crumble cookie. I'm a little bit excited. Little things excite me. Now, to me, that make a great snack. If you like a half a cup of yogurt and 1 pack of cookies, that's 3 points. I think the chocolate chip were 3, weren't they? I already forgot. Yes. 3 points. Let's see what the pack of cookies looks like. There's several cookies in here. I bet there's about 5 or 6. I think that's a steal, and they're crunchy. They had a butterscotch one, I think. This is the oat and chocolate chip breakfast cookie. So that is it for me. I hope you enjoyed this topic. Again, I think I said that already, but thank you so much for watching. If you enjoy these videos, you give them a thumbs up. And if you haven't subscribed, be part of the YouTube family and the Facebook group. You need us, and we are there. So down below, Dish with D's Crew, there is a link. Come join us. It doesn't cost you a dime, and you'll be glad you did. So I will see you tomorrow. Tomorrow's Easter. Happy Easter and happy Passover and happy Ramadan to all of you. I should have said that earlier. I apologize. So whatever holiday you celebrate, have a great one. Remember, if you want to eat your face off, that is entirely up to you. Just track it is all I ask. You can just decide whether you want to eat, you don't want to eat, you want to track, you don't want to track. It's up to you. But remember, no guilt. Whatever we choose, there's zero guilt. So thank you for watching. I'm going to upload my what I eat and my meal prep, I think tomorrow sometime tomorrow. And then Monday, the sprouts video is all ready to go. It'll be out. My sprouts, they're fabulous. Oh, I'm going to start a sprout revolution too. All right, I could talk all day. Have a great rest of your day. I will see you tomorrow.